xTool F1 Ultra. We're gonna make money with this thing and I'm gonna show you how, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome. If this is your first time here, my name is Roy, and on this channel we talk mostly about sublimation and lasering. If you've been here before, I'm glad to have you back. I'm really excited about this video. Well, this video plus 5 more. What do I mean? I mean this is the first in a series of 6 videos that's going to talk about how to make money with an xTool F1 Ultra. Who knows? Maybe there'll be more than 6. I have ideas. But for now, 6. On a side note, these videos won't be in a row, but they'll be over the course of the next couple of months or so. Now, let's chat a little bit about the xTool F1 Ultra. This laser is the world's first 20-watt fiber and 20-watt diode dual laser engraver. What does that mean? They combine 2 lasers into this F1 Ultra, a fiber laser for exceptional metal engraving and a blue diode laser for engraving pretty much the most common materials you can engrave. The fiber laser will engrave stainless steel, aluminum, brass, silver, plastic, platinum, titanium, gold, and more. The diode laser will engrave wood, acrylic, leather, glass, rock, paper, rubber, food, and more. This machine will engrave almost anything. Now, let's chat about these 6 videos I'm going to be doing. Really excited here. They'll be focused on making money with the xTool F1 Ultra. In this 6 video series, this being the first one, we're not just going to talk about what you can make, but I'm picking out a bunch of really great items. I'm going to show you how to make them. I'm going to help you price them. I'm going to talk about how to package them, which I think is really important. And I'm going to give you some pointers to help you sell them. Because this is a series, definitely click that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you can see all of the videos and so you'll know when they're released. And click that like button if you like this video. Can you use the information in this video series with any laser? Well, yes and no. Actually, yes, really, but I'm going to gear these videos for the F1 Ultra. That said, there are a lot of different lasers that will do much of what we're going to talk about. Just not as fast and just not as cool. And if you do decide to purchase the F1 Ultra or any other xTool laser for that matter, it'd be really great if you use the affiliate link in the description. It won't cost you any more, but it will really help this channel out a lot. So real quick, let me give you a rundown of this xTool F1 Ultra video series. You ready? The series starts with this first video. We're going to unbox the F1 Ultra, we're going to see what's included, and we're going to do an overview of the machine. The second video is going to talk about some actual products you can make that will turn a profit, and we'll be making some of those products. The third video is going to talk about how to actually make and package products. Really important to me, packaging. And yes, we will go over some of the detail on those ways to package products that we're going to be making and selling. And while we're at it, we'll probably do a couple of more items. The fourth video is going to talk about where to get blanks for projects. The fifth video is going to talk about costs and potential profits on each of the products we make. And the sixth video is going to be talking about where you can sell your products. I'm really hoping this video series is going to give you the resources to make you feel comfortable purchasing and being able to pay off an F1 Ultra. The amount of time it takes you to pay the machine off and begin making money is going to vary, and it'll be partly dependent on where you live, i.e. your market and demographic, and quite frankly, your ability to hustle. Not all of the results are going to be the same, but if you follow these videos, I'm pretty sure you'll be in a good place to go out and conquer the world. Okay, at least start making some money with the F1 Ultra. At the conclusion of this video, we'll talk a little bit more about what to expect in part 2, titled, are you ready for this? Laser Your Way to Profit Part 2, list of profitable products that will make money using the xTool F1 Ultra. That was a mouthful. Okay, let's get the machine out of the box and set it up. So all the xTool packaging I've ever seen is awesome. They do a really great job of protecting the machine and all the parts and pieces, and that to me says a lot about the company. While I'm getting this thing unpacked, let's talk a little bit about the xTool F1 Ultra. This F1 Ultra is an incredible tool, and it's opened up a world of possibilities for creators and entrepreneurs and people just like me and you. With its versatility and precision, it's no wonder that a lot of us are really eager to get our hands on one. When you first think about investing in a new tool like the xTool F1 Ultra, it's common to ask yourself if it's really worth the cost. Will it really pay for itself? Will it bring in enough extra income to justify the expense? These are all very valid questions. The truth is, the xTool F1 Ultra can be a game changer for your business or as a side hustle. Oh, and another note on the packaging, make sure to save all of it because you never know when you might need to transport it. I may do a video down the road on taking it to events. Although it's a little bit large, I would probably focus on the original F1 to take to shows. But hey, it's a possibility, so we're gonna keep that packaging just in case. Wow, it's a lot bigger than the F1. Really cool. It looks like an F1 on steroids. What we're gonna do is get all the packaging out. There is some that is set inside here. You wanna make sure you get all of the pieces of packaging tape off of this machine. There are a couple of pieces at the top that we actually have to turn it on and lift up a little bit to get out, but we'll get to those in a minute. So let me see, have we got everything? Nope, we need to get one more here, I believe. And then we can lift this up. Let me get this packaging out of the machine. There's another box, we'll open it up and we'll see what we've got. This thing is awesome. So what does it come with? It comes with an exhaust pipe, there's a power brick supply, a power cable, this awesome touchscreen controller. I'm really excited about the controller. It has the slatted panel, safety instructions, a quick start guide, a material pack that includes a couple of slate coasters, 10 or so pieces of black engraving scratch paper, a jewelry bag, a couple of dog tags, one heart-shaped and 2 round pendants, a bunch of metal business cards, a couple of patches, a necklace, a piece of craft paper, and a sheet of 1/8 inch, I think, basswood. We also have the L-shaped positioning piece, a screwdriver, a USB Type A to USB Type C cable, a lint cloth, and of course 2 USB lockout keys. Since my computer doesn't have a USB-A port, I'll just use this USB-C to USB-C cable that I have laying around. Now let's go over the different ports on the side and the back of the laser. The side has a USB-C port to connect the computer, 2 accessory ports for things like the rotary attachment, the smoke purifier, and the conveyor belt, a standard USB port for a flash drive that can be used for offline engraving, and lastly the power on-off button. At the top is a red button, that's the e-stop or emergency stop that'll kill power to the machine if you push it. Just rotate it clockwise to power the laser back on. On a side note, if you ever can't get the laser to power up, check that e-stop first. There's a real good chance that you accidentally push that button in and have no idea why your machine isn't starting up, causing one to cuss like a salty sailor in a broken down trailer. Ask me how I know. The back panel starting at the right consists of a fire suppression CO2 hose port, the power supply port, the USB lockout key, a fire suppression control port which works in tandem with the fire suppression hose port at the far right, an air filtration control port, a port for an optional foot pedal or button, and the last plug on the left, the connection to the touchscreen controller. Diving into the machine a bit more, they've thankfully added a light to illuminate the work surface area, as well as a 16 megapixel camera so you can view the work area, and also to allow Creative Space software to automatically align objects. So let's hook all this up, download the Creative Space software, at least the latest version, and turn the laser on. Okay, everything is plugged in and turned on. We've got the latest Creative Space software installed and ready to go. Let's make a couple of things. Everything worked wonderfully. Here's a couple of the projects that I was able to knock out real quick. The first is a metal business card. I engraved this using the Fiber IR at 70% power, 2000 speed, 1 pass, 200 lines per centimeter at 30 kilohertz. The second was a bamboo pen. I engraved using the blue light diode at 70% power, 200 speed, 1 pass, 120 lines per centimeter, bidirectional. I'd like to thank xTool for sending me this laser to test out. One really great thing about xTool is they want me to be very honest in my review, and I really appreciate that. The very first time they ever reached out to me in their email, they were very specific that I should be 100% honest in all of my reviews. And I will say, this is an amazing machine. The only negative thing I could find with this Ultra is this cover doesn't seat really well or perfectly all the time. You got to play around with it. My guess is it's just really large. It's not going to affect my work as I'm not in an enclosed space relying only on a smoke extractor. That's really the only negative thing that I've found, and that's certainly not a deal breaker, at least for me, and it probably shouldn't be for you either. This is an amazing machine, and I highly recommend both this F1 Ultra as well as the original xTool F1. As I mentioned before, there is an affiliate link for all xTool products in the description. Using that link really helps this channel out, so thank you so much if you decide to go that route. As I mentioned before, this is the first in a series of 6 videos on making money with this xTool F1 Ultra. In the second video of the series, we'll talk about some products you can make that have great potential for profit. Not only will we talk about the products, but we'll dive into actually making them, including what settings are being used. That should be a really fun video. Well, that's going to just about do it for this first of 6 videos on how to make a profit with the xTool F1 Ultra. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Diving into a light to illuminate. Diving into 120 lines per centimeter. Hey everybody, welcome. If this is your first, my name's Roy. As well as a 16 megapixel camera. Megapixel camera. Yeah. Since my computer does, let's talk about the X1. Check one. This is it.